What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Gabos, and we back with another one. Yo, I found this interesting one. Yo, every once in a while, because Jubilee be on some weird shit with the content that they put out, but every once in a while they come out with some real gems that be piquing my interest. So appreciate you guys for tuning in. Please like, comment. You know the routine. All right, so we got, should I come out to my wife? The dilemma. This is weird because it's like, I'm thinking the opposite sex. I'm like, what? Should you come out to your wife? What you talking about, bro? So right off the bat, I was just pulled in by the title alone. I don't know if you've seen it, but nonetheless, we're gonna get right into it. Appreciate you guys for supporting the channel and helping me grow to 1,600. Road to 2,000. So here we are. Should I come out to my wife? The dilemma. Let's get to it.
I love my wife, but I'm gay. Should I come out now? Yes or no?
Damn, we just gonna get right to the point.
We brought together a group of strangers to help an anonymous person make one of their toughest decisions.
My wife is the most important person in my life, and I would never want to do anything
so it's just
to hurt
about
her.
him.
But I'm also gay, so I'm not sure how to approach it or even how to come out.
After hearing the group's advice, which choice will this person make?
So he's
This
married.
is the dilemma.
So he's married, but he's also gay. He's married to a woman, but he's gay. Okay. Not something you hear every day. I love my wife, but I'm gay. Should I come out now?
How long into the relationship did you realize you were gay?
I knew before I got married.
So
How
why'd
did you
get
meet your
married?
partner?
We grew up in the same community together. We started off as friends, then best friends, and it grew from there.
Is your partner supportive of everything you do?
In our viewpoints on religion, yes. In terms of supporting the LGBT community, no.
So religion is a big cornerstone of your guys' relationship?
We both grew up in the same religious community, so we both grew up with the same values and the same social
This is
guidelines.
different.
So yes.
Do you think your wife knows you're gay?
No, she doesn't.
What was the main reason as to why you went to the yes side?
I have a few family members in the LGBTQ plus community. I know all their experiences coming out have been positive, at least in the long run. I really thought to myself about him coming here, wanting to, share his truth and, speak to us about it. I knew that it's about time. It's starting to boil over and he needs to come out.
What was your reasoning
It's
for
like he's
marrying
supposed
a
to
woman
come
even though
out.
you knew you were gay?
I thought
It's like he's supposed to come out, but like I don't get the mask and the shades. Like you're still covering your identity, and this is supposed to be like a big reveal. I mean, well then again, maybe his wife might see and he doesn't want her to catch it online. Is this something that happens where people like the same sex but still move forward with the, well, because of public perception? Matter of fact, yeah, because of public perception, I can see why some individuals choose to go the, I guess for lack of a better term, they stick to the status quo. I get that.
Starting to boil over and he needs to come out.
What was your reasoning for marrying a woman even though you knew you were gay?
Good question.
I thought that if I got married, that it would change me and that I could become straight.
What are your intentions in life? And how do you want to feel about your life?
Sheesh.
I want to be truthful, but I also don't want to hurt the people surrounding me. I'm a very honest person. I don't lie. So the fact that I'm
Kind of contradicting you. Like, I mean, this whole conversation is a contradiction to what you just said. But then again, I do understand secrets. It's crazy because the most honest person will tell you everything. It's very interesting, the word honesty, because like there are a lot of people that want to feel like they're honest, but even the most honest person is keeping something within. But hey, man, you contradicting yourself right there.
basically living a lie right now. It gives me a lot of anxiety and depression. But I know if I came out suddenly, it would devastate her.
The thing is, I'm bisexual, and I would have never said anything if I ended up falling in love with a man and everything worked out. And I fell in love with a woman, and I didn't want to hide anymore. Being your authentic self is my principle.
So is there an expected fallout that extends beyond just the relationship of you and your wife? Like, is it more than just your guys' relationship that's at stake?
My job is tied to the church, so I could potentially lose my job. I would most likely lose my family, my friends, my wife. I would lose everything, basically. I would have nothing and no support.
That's wild. It goes to show, like, everybody's battling a fight that no one knows what's really going on. And so it makes sense why the hoodie, the shades, and the mask. If he comes out, he loses his career, his friends, and all that. Like, it's the definition of, you know, just the world not being able to handle the truth. Because in all actuality, it's not a big deal in a grand scheme of things. There's so much pressure on people that's been, like, you know, keeping alive for so long to finally come out. And it's like, damn. But I don't know. I think his wife kind of knows, because don't you always kind of know? Your partner coming out and telling you they're, you know, they find the opposite, well, they find the same sex attractive would be a shock. But, like, I feel like women are always in tune, and they have, like, subtle hints. They just, you know, I don't know. Maybe she knows already.
Are we the only people who know about this?
I've never told anyone.
Shit.
Just based on this information now, you guys can switch to the other side if you want.
Damn. Oh, someone switched. 2 people. I love my wife, but I'm gay. Should I come out now?
He was explaining what's at stake if he comes out immediately. Because of that, the more I thought about that, the more I was like, you know what? He's going to be losing literally everything because of this. So I feel like he needs to have some sort of plan in motion first.
The reason I said no, I'm bisexual. Same as you, it took me a cool minute to kind of come to terms with that. So it's like, I look more at, like, am I safe?
I don't think he's bisexual.
Gone. You could lose a lot of things that you've built up on this foundation.
Have you at all considered
think she's missing
reaching
the
out
point
to
there.
therapy or some sort of counseling to help you through this process?
In the community I live in, it's a little bit hard to find counseling. I live in a more rural area, so the majority of counselors are based through the church.
Can you tell me a little bit more about your relationship with God? And has there been moments where you've personally experienced Him guide you?
Yeah, I would say, faith has been a deciding factor in all things that I do in my life, and that I don't, follow God blindly. I've felt Him work in my life before. So for me, it's a real relationship that I have, and it's the most important relationship I have. God goes before everything else.
Faith is just a huge factor for my truth. To me, that's what I resonated the most. So I wanted to be that representation of like, hey, if you just go in with blind faith, it could still work out.
If you show who you really are to somebody, to anybody, they're gonna show you who they are, like 100% of the time. And if you're surrounding yourself with people who are kind of not in support of the person that you really are, then that's not a healthy situation to be in. And I think he should 100% come out, like, today.
I'm bisexual. It took me a cool minute. One of my, I'm not gonna name names, I'll say a family member, told my parents. It gave me a lot of anxiety. It was like, am I gonna get kicked out? I'm gonna stay here. Are they upset with me? It was very much like, okay, whatever, I don't wanna talk to you right now. And it's like, I know coming out, like everyone's like, do it, it's great, you'll feel better. But for me, coming out, it made me feel worse. Because I'm like, I live my truth, but it didn't make me feel the way I wanted to feel.
I believe that everybody should live their truth. You're not emotionally responsible for anybody. You don't owe anybody your life. You be you, and they'll figure out how to be them.
I think it's different, like you're saying, you're not responsible for other people's feelings, but it is, I know the guilt that I would feel as like a husband to be hiding something from my wife is like horrible.
Yeah, because like, let's also not forget that they are married. They have vows.
Yeah.
Wow.
And part of
There's a
those
lot
vows
attached
is
to
to
that.
tell the truth. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Because you're taking away another person's ability to live in reality, and that's wrong.
I do want to point out that I'm not necessarily saying that he should wait like years to come out. I'm just saying maybe
no,
take
don't do
just like a couple months. Like I would say go to counseling, go to therapy, figure out who you are and who you are even without the church and without your wife and without all of that stuff. Once you figure all that out, then you can start going through that process of how am I going to come out.
Yeah, but I think
Yeah, that's a valid point. I think he definitely made his situation more difficult by going through with the whole idea of by going through with marriage, like you know, he's wrong. He's so wrong in this situation, but I get it because it feels like a decision based off of societal views. He's doing what he feels like is the right thing morally, especially when he talks about his faith. Obviously, he's a man of God. And, you know, you read it all in the Bible and you hear all about it in the scriptures and stuff like that. And then you have society that, you know, you still have people that are uncomfortable with, you know, people being gay and whatnot. But like to go through the process of marriage and, you know, because he didn't say he bi. That man said, I'm gay. And then you know that, and to still go through with marriage, marrying a woman at that, that's unfair. That, in my opinion, I mean, it's borderline deception. You know, like that's for someone that claims that they're an honest person, and it's gonna come across as a harsh critique, but you can't sit there and preach that you're an honest person, but you're living a lie. It just, you like, no, there are lies being told, and then there's living a lie. And anybody could lie verbally, but when you live a lie, that automatically, to me, disqualifies, you know, the decision, disqualifies you being able to say that you're an honest person. Like, that's tough. That's tough. But I get why he did it. Doesn't make it right, but I get why he felt compelled to you know, lack of a better term, live for society, I guess. But let's carry on.
He should
Let out, then you can start going through that process of how am I going to come out.
Yeah, but I think I think the focus should be more like him just finding himself, you know? Like all that planning, you know, like where's he gonna go and all that stuff. Yeah, those are tough questions, but it doesn't have to be answered right now because, you know, it takes baby steps.
Oh, we got someone leaving the square?
Coming out is not ripping off a Band-Aid. It comes with so much anxiety. It comes with so much fallbacks depending on who you are, where your community is aligned, you know what I mean? And it shouldn't just be ripped off, because even ripping off Band-Aids hurt. You know what I mean? It's not a painless process just because it's quick. And people really need to understand that.
Was there anything in the discussion that caught your attention in some way?
I think when they were mentioning when you come out, like right now, that person will show their true colors to me. That resonated with me because that is true. The other issue that was brought up was the point of counseling and kind of preparing myself. I feel like that could be beneficial.
Separately prepare their final advice to present to
To me,
Jake.
I think there was too much discussion of what's step 10, what's step 7, what do we do like 3 stages from now?
I think that's what he's getting again. I think what he needs from us
This is interesting.
Like ultimately, at the end of the day, people are going to be people, and you can't predict how someone's going to react.
Right.
Also, I've met people who've been in a dangerous situation because they came out.
So the biggest concern
My
is his
community.
safety.
Part 3.
So one thing we talked about was not necessarily needing a plan because your dilemma isn't coming out to the world right now, but it's coming out to your wife, like your partner. And just as a married man of faith, you said your wife grew up in the church with you and you grew up in the church, and so your wife possesses those fruits of the Spirit that are like patience and kindness. And I think those attributes, like you said, it sounds like are in her. And so she would be loving and kind and patient with you.
One of the things I want to just encourage you on is that you've been in a vulnerable position before
I feel like I've
where
seen
you
her
had
before.
to put your whole trust in God and he came through. So I just encourage you to sometimes be okay with taking just the first step forward, and everything else you could figure out along the way.
So I first want to be clear that yes, you should come out, but you should definitely wait and give it a little bit more time. Because we're worried about your safety, number one. The other thing too is that you need resources and you need time to get those resources. Like I said, like these divorce processes and everything, they don't take a week. And then it's all about your community, right? Personally, me and my family is super religious, so I very much understand where you're coming from about investing so much time in your community and the sense of loss that comes with it. But you have to understand that you'll be fine, your relationship with God will be fine, but this is a very tough decision that is more than that.
Not enough people
Jacob,
holding him
how
accountable.
are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling like I got a lot of just helpful words that have helped me kind of put together an idea of what I want to do going forward.
Have you made a decision in your mind right now?
Yeah, I think I have.
I mean, you don't sign up for this to not come out. You know what I mean? Like, it's mad dramatic. Does he reveal himself, or?
Yeah, so upon getting home, I told my wife that I wanted to do counseling. And we've been meeting with a wonderful counselor, and she has just been able to give us a lot of tools to work with. We meet one-on-one, so I get a chance to be very open with her about how I feel. So I think within the next few months, definitely, I'll be ready to fully come out and just prepare myself and my wife for that. I feel like the weight's been lifted a bit. I still have a journey to go through, and it's going to be hard either way, but I feel a bit of closure in the sense that I know what I want to do now. While I do believe that it's a decision to be made faithfully through God, I also think that it should be a decision that's made with the help of a counselor. I think that it's only fair to my wife that when I come out, I do it in a way that's not only safe for me, but safe for her, and to make sure that I have the resources I need in case something does go wrong.
There we go. I mean,
Thank you. You guys are the first people that I've ever opened up to about this, so it was
some shit right here, man.
I know that if you hit that wall of just like, I don't feel like no one's gonna support me, no one has my back, know that we have your back, in spirit, from the distance. Like, you have people who believe in you and who's gonna support you, who want you to be happy, and you deserve that.
I'll tell you one thing, people do deserve to be happy, man. I like conversations like this just open my mind to the things that people deal with. Now, personally, I don't know how common this is in the LGBTQ community. Like, I don't know how often these conversations come up. This, to me, I mean, growing up, you hear about these stories on the Maury Show or Jerry Springer, but without the entertainment aspect of it, it's tough, man. It's tough living a lie, man. Like, that dude looks like he weighs 1,000 pounds, and the toll of that lie, it looks like it weighs heavily on him. And that's not something that you could just casually come out and just tell your partner too. Like, that's tough. It's very interesting. I would have held him accountable though, because also, in fairness to his partner, till death do us part, like, she signs up thinking she's getting with one person, and now it's about to be revealed that she was dating someone completely different than who she thought she was falling in love with. And that's not and listen, man, I've seen husbands come out and tell their wives that they were cheating, and that shit went left. I can only imagine you coming out and telling your partner that. Very interesting conversation, man. But yeah, man, people, we got to start walking in our purpose and just owning who we are, man. We got to stop hiding, and I know it's easier said than done because people deal with so much shit, but life is lighter when you're yourself. There's so much burdens that we all carry, whether you're white, black, tall, or small. We all deal with stuff, you know what I'm saying? And coming out can't be easy, but man, I always tell people, I choose me all the time. Like, I gotta come first. I can't be limited. I can't be controlled by rules, and I can't be controlled by narratives or society's expectations of who I should be. Like, that's wild to me. But fortunately, I hope he comes out and everything, when the dust settles, they're both okay. But I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Road to 2000. I just wanted to be a part of a conversation that I know that I would never be a part of in my own actual life, because there's always something to learn and grasp, whether you agree or disagree with the content. But leave comments in the section below. I'm gonna read all of them, and I appreciate you guys for supporting my channel. Till next time, man. It's your boy Gabos. Mamba out.